CIO News. I am Khushbu Soni, your host for the broadcast and chief editor at CIO News. This is our exclusive interview series on the topic of new age collaboration and digital customer experience along with digital transformation. This is a recorded session and will be available on our website, that is cionews.co.in, and our CIO News LinkedIn handle. It gives me an immense pleasure in introducing our guest for today. He is Mr. Sendil Kumar Venkatesan, the Chief Technology Officer at Shriram Capital Limited. Mr. Sendil has rich experience of 30 plus years and is a skilled technology leader in drafting profitable IT strategy for the organization. Sendil has been handling the group's technology like data center, disaster recovery centers, cloud management, IT security, contact center, and many more. Sir, it is an absolute pleasure to have you today.
Yeah, thanks, Khushbu. It's really nice to connect you, and looking forward for a discussion with you and Tata Communications.
Great, awesome. I also have Jeyavelan with us, the Head of Business Collaboration for India and Mecca Business at Tata Communications Limited. Jay has worked with various brands like BT, Aircel, and many more. Jay, it's a pleasure to have you again.
Absolutely, Khushbu. Thank you for having this once again. And I would like to welcome Mr. Sendil Kumar on behalf of Tata Communications for the session.
Great.
Thank you, Jay.
Awesome. So, to begin with, sir, I have first question for you. If you can give us a little bit brief about Shriram Capital Limited, and we can start with that.
Yeah. So Shriram Capital is the holding company for Shriram Group Companies. So we are predominantly into finance and insurance. So Shriram, basically we have companies like Shriram Transport Finance, which is the flagship company of Shriram Group. Next to Shriram City, which is for consumer finance. Other companies are like Shriram General Insurance. The name says it's purely a general insurance company, and Shriram Life Insurance. So these are the four major companies. Then we do have Shriram Housing Finance. Then we have Shriram Automal and Shriram Fortune Solutions. So we have a IT arm which is called Novak Technologies. So the application development, everything is being handled from Novak Technologies. So being from Shriram Capital, we are a holding arm for, as I was telling, it's the Shriram Group. So Novak Technologies, they do the application development, all those things. One set of things is that it is for Shriram Group they do, and the other set they do for non-Shriram, where I take care of Shriram Group Companies' entire needs, which is predominantly, I will take care of the IT infrastructure, data center, contact center, security, networking, all those things comes under my team who handle all those things.
Right, awesome. So great. So my next question is, how do you collaborate, with your employees and with your customers to manage in these current times while we're all hybrid working? So how does your team currently handle the collaboration?
See, as I was telling that ours is a finance and insurance company, so it is highly regulated. We have RBI, IRDA, NHB, all regulated arms. So before pandemic, we never thought that we will be using the data outside our group or outside our data center. It is closely held where we have a data center, and the persons who wants to access, they will be coming to office and they will be handling the applications. That is what it was there. And we do have a mobile application where the field executives goes there and collects, and the field and the disbursement, everything will be happening. It is for B2C, where those things like mobile, all those things are available. But the employee said, no, we give laptops only for the sales guy and also for senior guys. We never even imagined that everyone will be providing a laptop. But now, after pandemic, it got totally changed, where initially we thought that, okay, 10 days, 15 days, everything will get normal and again they can come back. But it was nevertheless, good thing what we made is that the entire IT infrastructure team and data center team, a certain members who are very core team members, we made them stay in our office. We provided them all the facilities like food, stay, everything we have made. And we arranged a pantry, but already we have a pantry, so we made a pantry person also to be available. A short a team of group who are very crucial to handle the data center and to manage the contact center we have set. But things moving on, no, business for life, general and other things comes under essential thing act, and they can continue. So it was a scenario like business has to grow, our IT has to support. That was really a challenge during that time. So we went with few companies we discussed where we hosted the application on the cloud. Fortunately, we already have cloud operators like AWS and also like Azure who are there already. But
Right.
we were not effectively using prior to pandemic. Just during the pandemic, it helped us a lot, and where we took some WVD services from Microsoft. We enabled VDA solutions. That is one part where we did. And second is that as other companies, no, businesses was not there in that time, because our business got stopped, where there will not be any collections and there will not be any disbursements on the finance side. The management concentrated more on education. It is like training, giving them a training, making employees engaged by sharing the ideas how technology or on the business side how it has to go. It is purely of learning and development like that. So for that, we have servers, all those things. But unfortunately, during that time, everyone started hitting before pandemic. No one were using that. Was just during a particular time they'll give trainings. That's it. But now they had a lot of ample time. So training played a major role, and everyone wanted to use that server. So what best thing which we made is that we moved that on cloud, we increased the resources, and we tried to do that. Now everything got settled. Now in the sense, after during the pandemic itself, many things got settled. Then we redefined the work from home strategy. We brought policies. We have brought more learning and development for them. So a lot of things got changed in that period, Khushbu.
Got it.
So Sendil, that's a good an interesting update, how you manage the pandemic, and how you have actually planned to move the applications into the cloud and managing the business operations with work from home scenarios and so on and so forth. Maybe if you could be giving us more insights around what kind of applications you moved into cloud. Is it your business specific applications or your collaboration applications? Because collaborations, if we are talking about collaborations, you have got meeting, you have got calling, even contact centers, right? Is what part of the applications you moved into the cloud? And second, so how your work from scenarios actually played out? Is that you made 100% of your resources to work from home, or you have a strategy that you calculated and made an assignment some percentage for work from home? So if you can just throw some light out.
Jay, two things. One is during pandemic and current scenario, how we have changed is what I would like to share. During pandemic, it was 100% work from home, other than the persons whom I told that they are in the office who are handling on the infrastructure, like support, like providing the desktops, handling the VDA solutions, all those things, it was there. Other than that, it was 100%. We basically classified our entire team into 3 levels. One is that critical users, critical in the sense privileged users, I can tell, like a senior folks where we want to have additional control to access the application. Example, the finance team. They want to have a proper control on accessing the finance related content and also fund transfer, accessing those things and all. We made a privileged user. So we were having a product which is called as a PAM solution. So through that, the authentication happened and we enabled that additional security is there for them. And second is that for our regular users, where we have enabled a VDA type of solutions, where we have a virtual desktop on the server. So the employees directly access that server and they could do that. And in VDA, other set of users are there, which are task users. What we made is that we enabled a particular app on their desktop, their devices, which they are in home, like a laptop or desktop. And through that, they connected their desktop in my office and then accessed as usual. This is for 2 level. Another level is on the contact center. We have a very big contact center where we have 3 locations: Chennai, Hyderabad, and Mumbai. So what we made is that was really a challenge, because the claims for insurance and other things will come in a contact center. Earlier scenario was contact center, they have to keep the their mobile itself outside and then they have to go where there will not be any control. So totally it will be isolated, and we wanted to, because this is related to customer data. That was initially a big challenge for us. Then we are having a product like Aspect, Amio and all available. So we reached them. So what they made is that they gave an app for us. So we have before pandemic, we will be prioritizing based on the desktop systems, like that we would have made it. So when the call comes, based on the free call, it will get allocated. What during this pandemic we made is that we have given a mobile app with certain controls where when the call lands, so based on the mobile number, it will reach. So even the person who is there will be seeing the call only during that time. He will not be knowing all those things. And we had a control where they cannot save it in their mobile like that. So they themselves will take a call and understand who is coming. It is like a bridge where we integrated between the user and also a person who is calling, and also from the call center agent. This is what we did during that time. And another thing where still we are improving is on the collaboration side. Collaboration is really a big challenge where we want to say in such a way that, example, a new employee getting joined, he could be just a fresher like that, but he will be work from home. So that to give them training is one thing where we can do. But when he starts working, how easily we have to make in such a way that he knows our technology, he knows our coding, how to share. So these are certain areas where we, even currently we have challenges. Somehow we are addressing them by giving them a regular training, in the sense like a video level we are connecting. But when he has some doubt, reaching them for them could be a big challenge. The persons who are experienced, definitely they will be knowing the persons they will call, or we do have teams, they will connect through teams and they can do. For a fresher to educate them, and also to know for them to have that comfort to reach their seniors, still we have a few challenges, Jay.
Awesome. That's an excellent, I think I've seen the best practices being adopted, implemented during the critical situations, right? And this is exactly what we've seen across organizations and enterprises, Sendil, is that it is not they have to move everything to the cloud. The business critical applications is what the priority for them. And I see them, they are actually moving to a cloud. Whatever the best suitable option with respect to the TCO, the total cost of ownership, with respect to the operational flexibility, with respect to the employee experience, basis the different weightages each company is actually applying to it. I see they are actually moving the applications to the cloud, right? So I see in your cases also it's being played in a very effective way and an efficient way. I see your smiling face says that. Um, what I would like to understand more is, I understand from your intention or effort that you put in moving the business application. So in terms of collaborating, so when we say collaborations, the tools that is enabling the teams or the employees across organizations to collaborate to each other. So it could be for meeting, like how we are actually connected on this call. It could be a Teams applications for you. It could be any other OEMs application for you. So that's one side of it. The other side of it, the in-office callings, whatever that you have been doing as a calling from office, it could be for business, it could be for any other applications that you're doing calling. Once you move all the users from office to home, how that is being managed from the calling part of it. Then the contact center you anyway actually explained. So how, I'm not sure how your existing infra is still serving you on the contact center that you already applied in the offices, but you already moved that part of into the cloud with the partners that you highlighted. Because this is what we see, because in collaborations we see meeting part and then calling part and the contact center, which we call it as a customer experience solutions. So in this space, I understand you are part of moving the business critical applications to the cloud, contact center into the cloud. How you manage collaborating with each other within the organization, or it could be with your end clients, or it could be with your vendors. So how that the collaboration part got managed? You actually moved from on-prem technology to a cloud technology during this period. You already had a cloud technology which actually helped the organization.
Two things. One is that we do have applications in such a way that the critical application or the core application still on our private cloud. We have not moved those things. So we classified actually like B2B and B2C. B2C applications are all monolithic applications and the applications which are designed to be hosted in on-prem. So suddenly we cannot change it because those are all very, very critical and it is not so easy to touch all those things. But what we made is that as finance companies and insurance companies are highly competitive in the industry where we have to compete with multiple even banks or small banks or even finance companies. So we want to be very agile and scalable because the business we should not lose because of technology. So what we made is that we created more applications which are on microservices and other things where these applications are ready to host on the cloud. It's all cloud native applications where whenever the resources are being needed, we can scale in accordingly and we can scale out whenever it is not there. Those things are on cloud and other things are on the private cloud where our B2B applications. So where our branches, all those persons can use it. That is one thing. And second is that for branches itself, it is not like a regular application we have made. We made as a very light, thin application and we keep doing in such a way that the application should be very light. So like in the mobile, my branch should work. So no need to have a traditional systems and to have all those things. So field executives, what they are doing, all those things can be done through a mobile. So that strategy we are doing on that. When coming to the collaboration, we are seeing in such a way that where everything will become a hybrid. That's what I foresee. Whatever you name will become a hybrid. Work from home, 100% it will not be. Again, the persons will not come to office and they will work. Definitely will be a hybrid. And second is that on technology side, cloud, it will be a hybrid where enterprise customers, organizations like that will be having a private as well as public. So there also we are expecting a hybrid. Third is that support. Support also I feel that will be on the hybrid. On-prem or a team who we currently have cannot manage everything. And similarly, I cannot entirely outsource to a third party and make them to run the business. That also it's not from our side. We are also thinking there also will be a hybrid where internal team and external team should be there. Let it be on the security, let it be on the networking, or let it be on any other development, everything. We have to depend on the partners. So where we should have a proper tie-up, and then we have to make in such a way that even persons who are here should have certain control, and the partner also should have certain control. And another reason of hybrid partner relationship, all those things, I think, past once the pandemic or even few months, the attrition is so high, where retaining the persons itself will be very difficult. The persons who are there for several years are now trying to quit because they get a lot of placements outside, and it is a benefit, or it is a boom for persons who are there in that certain age factor. So we cannot depend totally on the internal team. We have to definitely have a partners. So we have to integrate and also to interact with them. So here the collaboration has to be proper. Collaboration in the sense, it should be in such a way that there should be accountability on that. It should not be that, okay, I have told you, execute this. It should not be there. There should be a proper mechanism to be in place so that things should move, and the senior or the person who are below or next level should understand what things are moving forward. It could be on either voice or chat, because communication now it is becoming like video, even WhatsApp, and third is on the chat, and another thing is on the system. So if this is there, we should have a unified collaboration. And second, when you go with the contact center, it should be omni-channel where multiple things are getting integrated. So we are in that job, but I can tell that we have improved a lot. And in the same way, I can tell that we are 100% made collaborated. Our thing means I will tell no. The way things are there, where still we have to fine tune.
Yeah.
Great, awesome. So, hey, I think it's been a good insights so far. Considering the time, my last question to Sendil and to Jeyavelan. Sendil, maybe you can share what percentage of work you think will remain digital, after this pandemic and in the years coming. So, any thoughts around that? Would love to know.
No, digital 100%, it is inevitable for any organization, whatever may be, and especially finance and insurance companies, everything we have to see, especially as I was telling that B2C applications. See, we have done a lot of things in such a way that, see, our customers or clients are all truck drivers. If you say Shriram Transport Finance, we operate more of the truck drivers. It is not like truck owners who have multiple trucks. We make drivers as a owner. That is the unique and also concept where from Shriram Transport we have made. Two things which we have done on the digital. One is that the truck drivers will be difficult to have a huge cash carrying them for fuel. What we made is that for Shriram customers, we have given them, some may not have a smartphone, still they'll be having a feature phone or a normal phone. What we have made is that for those users, if they don't have a capacity to install an app, the guy will go to the nearest petrol bunk, where we have a concept called Smileage, where all petrol fuel refueling stations like HPCL, BPCL, IOC, everyone we have it. So they go there, they will tell their mobile number to them. So these guys will type the mobile number and see that whether they have the agreement with Shriram and what is the loan and whether they are eligible to fuel. So once they are eligible, they will click, and this person, the truck driver, will get a SMS, and this SMS will be told to the fuel operator, and he will punch in and he will have a fuel and he can go. So this is the technology where we have done it. So it is a simple but very, very useful for the truck drivers. This is one thing on the digital side. And if he has an app, we are given as a Shriram Click. What they will do is that we will give a certain money to them, and it is like he will be having that money as in his kitty. So whenever he travels or if he fuels that money will get reduced, and he will get some points also. So that points also will help them. And second is that from our side, we are ensuring that we are financing for fuel also. So it is win-win for both of us. So this is helping us more on digital. Similarly, for insurance also, we are focusing more on rural areas. Still, there are a lot of areas where insurance awareness are not there. We are trying to reach the panchayat persons, and we are trying them to call them. Our guys are giving a sessions to them by what is the benefits of to have a life insurance, when that will help. So many things we are trying through digital.
Absolutely. In fact, Sendil, you have actually highlighted the excellent references to the digital technologies and the transformation, how these are actually helping business, because it is gone are those days, that conventional way of doing business, right? And I used to keep saying in all the forums, so any business or any industry to stay relevant or to stay competent in the market that they operate, digital transformation is not an option. It's no more an option for them. It is inevitable, so they have to look at it, how business can stay relevant, how they can be a front runner in the business that they're actually into, right? So that's given. But if your question is more towards that, what percentage of work from home or a hybrid ecosystem that we can look at, that is kind of an independent to individual business, because I could say, because like what we heard it from Sendil, there is the awareness now being hybrid is already there, of course. How much percentage is what varies between the business. Some industries would look at 80% on on-prem, like banking industries, primarily because they have to come to the banks and they have to operate it. Similarly, when you're actually looking at the IT industries, the work from home scenarios is completely different, because they still would like to employ, and there are a lot of global SI companies or the BPOs is actually forecasted. They look to extend this work from home scenarios or the hybrid scenarios for the coming future. They will maintain significant part of the business to happen from work from home scenarios. So that definitely varies from business to business, and it definitely applicable based on the business situation or based on the market that they operate.
Very true, very true. Great. I think these have been wonderful insights, and I'm sure good key takeaways as well. So thank you so much, Sendil, for joining us today. Thank you so much, Jay, for taking out time and joining us for the CIO News episode.
Thanks, Khushbu. Thanks, Jay. It was really wonderful, and it was good that I could share what we have done, and similarly I could understand from Jay feedback on our initiatives. Thank you.
Thanks, Sendil. Thanks, Khushbu. Pleasure having this session. So thanks again, Sendil, on behalf of Tata Communications.
Yeah. Thanks.